Welcome back to my channel. So, I see that you've clicked on this video, so that clearly means that you've been cheated on. And that's okay. I'm here to let you know what you're supposed to do when you've been cheated on. Regardless if they kissed someone, had sex with someone, even, smack someone's butt, if that's what you consider cheating, I mean, hey, it is what it is. They cheated, right? And now y'all might be broken up, y'all might still be together. You just don't really know what to do. So I'm gonna let you know. Me personally, I've been cheated on only one time. And I told myself that if I was ever cheated on again, I don't really know if I would say I would kill the guy, but I would just make sure that he would never, ever, 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 ever be able to do that to someone else. Because I just don't have the time to invest love and emotions and all the nonsense that goes into making a successful relationship work. And then you just go and throw that in the trash. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Now, for me, the one time that I did get cheated on, the guy ended up getting this hippopotamus pregnant. And it is what it is. But when he had told me that he got this hippopotamus pregnant, I was like, interesting. I was really upset. I'm really upset. And like, when this happened to me, I was 16, so I was more reckless at that age. So I probably wouldn't have done this when I was like of age now. And I punched the nigga in his nose, like right here. Punch him right here. And he started bleeding and whatnot. I honestly didn't even feel bad because, you cheated on me, so whatever. So, I would recommend that you don't punch the nigga in the nose, because that will get you, with some kind of assault charge. I did not, because nigga's not stupid. But I would say that if you do get cheated on, you do deserve some kind of revenge. Regardless of what you see fit, maybe it is a punch in the nose. Maybe, honestly, I feel like a kick to the balls would be perfect, And if it's a woman who cheated on you, I mean, I don't really know, because, I guess you could kick her in the vagina, but it's not really the same thing. And then I'm not going to recommend hitting her because, that's not cool. It's not cool to hit a man either, but it is what it is. Help yourself. But I would say kick to the balls if it's a guy, definitely. Don't ruin any of his property, but if you do want to do something to his car, go and get some saran wrap and saran wrap the whole car like 1,000 times. Do that. I think that's a good idea, because even if he calls the cops are gonna laugh, because you didn't really do anything. You just covered up his piece of property and it's still sitting there perfectly fine. Why not? Or I would say you could bleach all of his clothes and just like make sure they're like all white, or tie-dye his clothes. That's funny. Let's see. You could change his passwords to all of his social media. I think that's hilarious. Punch him in the nose again. Punch him in the eye. Punch him in the face. Anywhere else. I feel like a little bit of violence sometimes, is cool. But then the thing with punching a nigga in the nose or the face or anywhere else, I'm no one's bodyguard. So if that nigga hits you back, I can't really help you with that. So know your limits, and if you are going to kick the guy in the balls, run. Or drive away, get on the bus, do something. Because I've never kicked a guy or hit a guy in the nuts and just stood there like, whatever. I always make my way to the left or the right or anywhere else away from that area. What else? Aside from getting the revenge, I feel like the best thing to do when the person cheats is to leave them. Because honestly, if you really loved that person, loved me, whatever, why on earth would you go and sleep with someone else and know that we're in a relationship together? That just doesn't make any sense. And then they expect you to be faithful to them, which I think is ridiculous. Because if you're out there doing whatever you're doing, leave me alone. Let me be with somebody who is going to understand my worth and treat me the way that I'm treating them. Like, it could all be so simple, like Drake said. So why play games with someone I don't even understand that? And then also, when someone cheats on you, you need to understand that, yeah, they cheated, but also think about your role in that. You know, if you're the kind of girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever that's constantly nagging, you know, your significant other, or belittling them, or treating them like crap and whatnot, and they're, you know, trying to make things work with you, and they just happen to go off and cheat, you know, think about that. You know, think about why they could have cheated. But at the same time, sometimes people don't need a reason. Sometimes they will literally sit there and cheat on you, and you've been the best girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever to them, and they just wanted something else. That's just how it goes sometimes. Or sometimes they're just an asshole and just want to stick their dick or sit on anything and be trifling. Sometimes you just have to, you know, call a spade, a hoe, you know, a dog, a dog. It is what it is, you know. And just cut your losses. Don't sit there and dwell on, oh damn, I got cheated, I'm a terrible person, this and that. Like, maybe you are, but maybe you're not. You know, maybe they're the terrible person. And then you need to understand that not every person that you're gonna be with is gonna treat you like shit. The next person could treat you like an absolute queen or a king, you know, or anything in between. You just have to know that. And it's gonna suck, you know. Getting cheated on is the worst. I feel like that's the most saddest thing I've ever dealt with in a relationship, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. But you just need to understand that not every person is going to do that to you, and you can do better and you will do better, but it takes some time. And after you've been cheated on, I would say don't go into a heavy relationship like a week later. You know, even though I don't even feel like it could be that deep a week later, but I mean, things happen, you know, whatever. But take some time to really get to know yourself, you know. What do you like? You know, what don't you like? What are you willing to tolerate and not tolerate in your next future relationship? Get to really know yourself, because when you really know yourself, someone cannot play you in your next relationship, because you already know what you will and won't stand for. So if you take care of all those things, then you'll be cool. But like I said, if someone cheat on you, kick them in the balls, you know, push them down 3 stairs, or maybe, you know, sprain an ankle, you know, break a little baby toe or something. Don't go out and like kill somebody. You know, that's a little bit much, you know, but I mean, a kick to the balls, wrapping up the car with saran wrap, I mean, I think that's okay, you know. And, you know, if you get caught doing that and they press charges, you know, I, once again, did not tell you to do any of these things. You know, that's on you. But I wish you all the best in prison or jail or wherever they send you, because that's all on you. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Give this video a thumbs